Welcome back. This isn't going to be a DCS video. However, I just got a the Hotas Warthog, and there are some things in the setup information, or rather lack thereof, that they don't really explain that well. So I'm going to go through them and tell you what you need to know. Because it turns out, because I got it on Thursday and I'm making this video Sunday, and I've only gotten half the thing to work. And this is not a fault of them as far as I know. First things first, you cannot, it will work with an USB 3.0 port, but you can't update the firmware with a USB 3.0 port. I don't know why that is. I'm guessing it's just the way it was set up. So if you, how to tell if it's a USB 3.0 port is if you look at the USB plug on your computer. If the tab in it, there's going to be a little spot in it, and if it's like blue, then it's USB 3.0. If it's white or black, it's going to be either USB 2.0 or USB 1.1. USB 2.0 is, as far as I can tell and what I've found out online and whatnot, is pretty much your best bet to get it working. If not, you're going to get a timeout error when you try and update the firmware, and so that's pretty much what happened. Also, this is just, if I had designed the thing, I would have made the joystick all one piece instead of having the joystick handle part of it and the base of the joystick where a second part, and you just plug those together, because I accidentally plugged those in the wrong way, and what that will do is it will force the connectors down. So you have to take it apart and push the connector back up to its right spot before it'll connect again. Another thing is, it's two separate, it needs two USB ports. One for the throttle and one for the joystick. Now I only so if you're using a USB mount, if you're like me, for example, I have a bone stock Toshiba satellite. It's got Core i7 processor, Intel i7 processor, an integrated graphics chip. That it's a Intel HD 4600. Now that'll cause a couple of it does cause some flickering with some things, but it's not bad to make the game unplayable, to make DCS unplayable, and it's a very good system. I got it for around $700 at Best Buy. They were having a sale. So there's like, I think $150 off after that with a rebate. So they were having a sale. But I use a trackball because I don't really have a lot of desktop space, and and occasionally because I have a small room and my bed is literally, well, as you can see, there's like, this is my desk and this is my bed. I barely have enough room to get this chair in here. So I like to, so if I'm like watching Netflix or something, I'll just lay on my bed and just have the mouse like this, so I don't have to move it. Um, I've just used a trackball pretty much almost since middle school, and I just really like them. But it needs it uses the Bluetooth Logitech receiver unifying a thing, so so I need a USB port to use it, and I also need a USB port for my microphone, um, and I need a USB port for my rudder pedals, which is which is actually just a steering wheel. Steering wheel that I'm using the brake and accelerator as rudder pedals. Um, Let me see. Uh, so just if you're setting up your Hotas Warthog, um, try and Google your if and make sure make sure you're using a USB 2.0 port. Two, Google your problem. I cannot stress enough how I've had a really bad time with the customer service, which I suspect is run by just one person um, at at Thrustmaster. Now they make really good products. I'm just saying they could use with a little more extra help. Um, but and their customer service says that it's from 10 Monday through Friday, 10 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've called as early as 2:30, and I've gotten the customer service line is closed. Please try again or use the email system. So yeah, that's a little stuff, but um, but as soon as I get the joystick working, I'm going to be relearning my muscle memory because on my old joystick, the Hotas Thrustmaster X, it had 4 buttons on the throttle, and I used those as with modifier buttons as either the DCS or the DMS or the targeting management system TMS, depending on which modifier button I had held down to for those buttons, and I had the China hat and the China hat, the targeting pod, Maverick slew, um, and on the on the POV hat on the joystick for that, with again modifier buttons. So I'm definitely going to be relearning what buttons do what. But I'm really looking forward to it. It seems to be nicely solidly built. Um, I got mine about $200 off because it was a return. It was returned in working condition, but the box had been opened, so so I got it off. Got a deal on it on eBay. Um, I'm just looking forward to it. Really happy to use it. The throttle works really good. I've just sort of fallen in love with this thing. Um, and hopefully I'll get this working soon because my mom, my parents were last week were on vacation, and um, so but my girlfriend is packing, getting ready to move, and my parents were on vacation last week, so I didn't have access to a different computer to work on to get the joystick firmware updated. No, this is, got the joystick right here. So, I didn't have another computer with a USB 2.0 port to get the joystick firmware updated so I can actually use it. I've managed to finagle the throttle into getting to work. I just don't remember how I did that, so I can repeat the process on the joystick. And because, frankly, I'm a little scared to unplug this throttle and it not have work anymore. I mean, for the fact that I paid over almost $500 for this thing, it should come with a midget inside the box to set it up for you. Anyway, but enough about that. So, yeah, it's a really solid joystick, and it looks like it'd be a lot more fun. It's going to be a lot of fun to use. Like I said, I'm going to have to relearn my controls again. But so far so good. Other than that, I can't think of anything else. Parents are back today, so I'm going to give them a day to get settled in, and then head over there and see if I can borrow my mom's laptop. And also another thing, you may have heard that this is heavy. You have no idea. This thing is like my dog. Like the throttle weighs about twice as much as my dog. I mean, the joystick weighs about twice as much as my dog. The throttle probably weighs about 3 times as much. Granted, I have a very small dog. She was the runt of the litter. But she was the runt of the litter. But she's very adorable. She weighs 5 pounds. All in total, this thing probably weighs close to 25 pounds. So what you want to do, I found out, is you want to probably pick the joystick up by the base, not by the throttle itself, because, like I said, there's a connection between the throttle and the base, and if that gets screwed up, you have to send it back and get it fixed. So that's all for today's video. I am HarlenRigsby, and I had a sign off. I'm going to try this again. My name's HarlenRigsby, and just fly safe.